We start with high drama in a high-stakes legal battle in Georgia.
You've been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. I'm not a hostile witness. I very much want to be. We have defined personal as romantic. It is an inaccurate way to state the question.
Then I will certainly restate it so it is very accurate.
Okay, and please do not yell at me.
So that was just some of Thursday's fiery and surprise testimony from Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. At stake is Willis's future on the election interference case against former President Donald Trump. Now, Willis, as you saw in just one small snippet there, she was defiant, combative. But did the lawyers for Trump and the co-defendants prove a conflict of interest in this case? Elizabeth Pran is outside that courthouse. Elizabeth, talk about a roller coaster of a day in court. Are we expecting more sparks to fly today?
Oh, we sure are. 9 a.m. Eastern. What a stark detour from the election interference case. What we saw yesterday was a district attorney take the stand. She was fighting for her career, her reputation, and a case of a lifetime.
You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020.
The Trump prosecutor, Fulton County DA Fani Willis, on the offensive. A surprise move that shocked the courtroom, suddenly getting into the witness box to tell her side of the story.
So let's be clear, because you lied in this. Let me tell you which one you lied in. Right here. I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth, Judge. And it is a lie. It is a lie.
At issue, Willis's affair with this man, Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, who she hired to lead the case against former President Donald Trump. The pair enjoyed lavish vacations, meals, and excursions. But were they gifts from her boyfriend using taxpayer dollars? Willis says no.
So that I kept something private, that's my private life, is not any mystery to anyone.
She sparred with Trump's lawyers and his co-defendants' lawyers for hours about her sex life.
My testimony is that we were very good friends, but we're talking about sex, so let's just don't.
No, I'm not talking about, I'm saying romantic relationship doesn't necessarily have to be just sex.
Her money.
I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion.
And her alleged lies. DA Willis reminding the judge and a worldwide television audience the implications are massive ahead of the election in November.
Merchants' interests are contrary to democracy, Your Honor, not to mine.
Willis claims she has the right to a private life and denies illegal conduct, saying she paid her boyfriend, the special prosecutor, for vacations and dinners in cash.
So for many, many years, I have kept money in my house. That money in my worst days has probably only been $500 or $1,000. At my best days, I probably had $15,000 in my house.
Nathan Wade taking the stand too, corroborating Willis's cash payments, but lawyers hammered him over it.
You don't have a single solitary deposit slip to corroborate or support any of your allegations that you were paid by Mrs. Willis in cash, do you?
No, sir.
A former co-worker testified the two began a romantic relationship as early as 2019. Willis and Wade deny it, saying their relationship started years later after he was hired.
So in 2015, when my wife had the affair, we had a conversation that we would divorce right then. Again, the better practice, at least for my children at the time, was to stay in place until the youngest could graduate and matriculate into college.
Now, the entire RICO case against the former president hangs in the balance. If the judge doesn't believe Willis, her entire office could be tossed off the case, potentially dropping the charges against the former president. The judge in this case has to decide, is there a financial conflict of interest? At 9 a.m. Eastern, the district attorney will be back in the witness box. She will be questioned by her team, and they could very well call others. Markie, back to you.
Yeah, we've never seen anything like this before. Elizabeth Pran, thanks so much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.